Welcome all back to Big Flats, Texas. We are still here in December. We started off September in last episode. Be sure to check out, there'll be a link to the playlist in the description below. Last episode, if you weren't here, I'll give you a brief update. So September now, our grass down here where we're headed to in field 16 is ready for harvest. We had a few problems last episode. I brought a tractor down here to mow the grass, only to remember that that tractor did not have narrow tires and would have trampled the grass. In fumbling some things around, we accidentally dumped straw into the cow pasture and had to find a creative way to get it out. That's all fixed. The cattle, by the way, are now at the farm. We have TMR mixing for them. We have water going into their troughs. And now we have this tractor down here to mow. Last episode, we also bought a new harvester with a larger grain tank. It will hold 6,000 liters more than our X9. Be sure to check out the last episode. If you didn't, we traded in our X9 and saved about $50,000 on the purchase of an S790, a 2022 model year S790 with a larger grain tank. Turns out it was the way to go over the X9. We'll be breaking that out next month when we harvest our soybeans. For right now, let's get this grass mowed. The train just crossed, so I know we're safe from that. Let's get our mower started. This is our first time using this mower. It's larger than the self-propelled mower we had. This, however, will not leave neat windrows. So, let's see how it goes. A fun fact about this particular mower is it does have a mulching mode where, it does have a mulching mode which won't leave. Okay, the operator is slightly handicapped. All right, where was I? This will not leave neat windrows, so we'll have to come back with a windrower. Okay, so what happened back there? It took me a second to collect my thoughts because I know this mower works. This is one of my favorite mowers. What happened back there is I didn't have the mower lowered, obviously, and I was trying to think what are those weird patches it's leaving, as my tractor has narrow tires. Well, what that was is the tractor has narrow tires, but the mower tires, I believe what we were seeing was marks from the mower tires. Let's get some stuff sorted out. Let's hire a worker for this just for the moment so I can kind of see what was going on. There we go. I used to have, fun fact, I used to have a mower a lot like this in real life. Back a long time ago, I used to mow big fields. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was the mower tires doing that because the grass on this map, it's custom and it's very beautiful. It can be trampled. That's why so I had to wait till the John Deere was available because it has narrow tires. You know, I made a couple of little faux pas last episode, dumping straw into the cow pasture that we didn't need and a few other things. And one of those things, I think these tracks might be from... What are these? Well, I don't know. The mower's mowing now, though. I know the tractor tires won't disturb the grass. So, here we are back at our wheel loader. Our wheel loader is at the store because, well, if you watched the last episode, you'll know why the wheel loader is at the store. Let's get this back to the cattle farm. And back there, we need to get back to providing the cows with water. We left off on that. We bought a water tank, but you know what? I honestly think we could use a larger water tank. The water tank we bought, I don't think is going to prove to be adequate because I ran 2 or 3 loads of water to the cattle, and let's see how they're doing with it. That trailer is not going to cut it. So while we're still at the store, let's have a look here at alternative water tank. I paused the wheel loader because we might be able to bring a tank back with this. See, the one we have holds 6,000 liters. It's simply not going to cut it. I thought it might, but it simply will not. That can hold 8,000 liters. I think we're just going to have to go much bigger, which is going to cost us some money. See, I thought something like that was too big. Something like that is actually like pretty much kind of like what we need. We can get a second one of these and use it for water. That is doable. Okay, so we got a water tanker, $20,000, and we can sell the other one. All right, we should be able to haul this with the wheel loader, I think. I think we can haul this with the wheel loader. That's why I stopped the wheel loader, because I anticipated we might pick up a trailer with this kind of hitch. So we should be able to multitask here. We'll be selling our old water trailer. I gotta admit, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm not great with cattle. This is one of my first times dealing with cattle. Of course, cattle are different on every map, or animals in general require different maps. You're going to require different things. And I didn't anticipate the amount of water these cattle would go through. Or rather, well, what I should say is, here's the thing. It's not that they're using all the water. It's not that 12 cattle alone are like drinking me dry. It's not that. It's just the bar is really low because that cattle pen holds 100 cattle. And so that trailer, though it probably would be fine to water those cows, we want more cows. And with the capacity we can have down there, exactly, let's take this down. This trailer was not that expensive. If I'm towing a trailer, can I lock the track on this thing? Nope, it's still gonna want to wiggle out of it. Yeah, this wheel loader, I thought maybe if I had a load behind me I could drive it, it would hold it straight, but no. Wheel loader's a little squirrely. It's not squirrely, it's only squirrely if I used the enhanced vehicle mod to lock the track. It's of no consequence, no big deal. Let's just get this down to the farm. I would like to do some mowing ourselves. I would like to do some of the mowing. And of course, if you were here last episode, then you saw us buy the harvester. If not, I will show you our harvester. Boy, I can't wait to bring it out next month for the soybeans. It should actually be able to run all the way down these rows without having to offload its hopper. It has a hopper of almost 23,000 liters. I know, right? That's more than some trailers. It's going to be very good. The X9 is a top-of-the-line combine, but if you look around, you can find an S790, as I did, with a lot better options. It actually does have better options because it has a wider rear axle, so we can turn much tighter. It has larger, bigger, wider front tracks, which is gonna, well, it's gonna be better. It's gonna, they'll last a lot longer, less wear and tear with longer tracks. And I didn't get the longest pipe possible, but I did a little math last episode. If you were here, I did a little math, and the header, the pipe should reach out past the header. It's got to. I think I'd only have to worry if I had a 60-foot header, but we don't have that. And of course, yes, I just remembered one more thing. We're gonna have to go back to the store this month because we need to get a windrower for that grass. Remember, yeah, I'm learning lots of lessons here, and we learned one lesson last month, and that is definitely always take care of the grass before it starts growing back. Or you'll get uneven growth like we have here, and so we want to get that grass windrowed down there and picked up. We're going to want to get, I guess the biggest windrower we can get. But we are looking at budget issues. So now we got this old water trailer here that we're going to be getting rid of. Wow, if each of these pastures holds 100 cattle, that is a lot of cattle we can have down here. So it's a good thing we got a bigger trailer for water. But for now, let's park the wheel loader in here. All right, let's take care of our water trailer woes. And I suppose it would have worked for just 12 cattle, but ultimately we don't want to have 12 cattle. We want to have lots. That said, these 12 cattle will make more cattle, of course. That is the nature of, well, animals, right? So they will make more, but we can always start off with more. We got 12 in that one pen. You could buy 12 of a different type, maybe just for some variety. 12 of a different type perhaps for another pen. Let's have a look at windrowers. We're gonna need one. Clearly gonna need one. We're gonna stick with this option right here, 8.4 meters. That's gonna be our working width for now. That's good. I mean, that's gonna be good. We'll pick that up at the store, and that's about the most money that we can spend. We could look at getting another, let's see. Nah, we did a contract last episode. We did a fertilizing contract. I think that's about it. All that's left is cultivating or harvesting. We don't have a cultivator, and I don't want to get into harvesting potatoes. It pays a lot, and the equipment rental is actually pretty cheap. I mean, we could, but we got a lot to do with the cattle. We got a lot to do with the cattle, and next month we got our own crops to harvest. Perhaps some other time. Buying the cattle farm definitely kind of, it set us in a position where, yeah, we definitely needed a lot more equipment, but we're set now. We can buy more cattle perhaps next month. We need to get some money coming in. Can always sell some of the grain we have, but I don't want to sell it yet. Well, let's drop this water. It's too bad about this water trailer, but our pens are big and we simply don't need this. $7,000. We can sell that, get that money, some of that money back. Although I think we bought it for 8. That was just my mistake on that. Now let's get our windrower down to field 16 and see how the John Deere is doing down there. Okay, so here we are back at the grass field with our new windrower. Let's see how our mowing is coming along. Yeah, it's a big field, relatively speaking, so it's going to take him a minute. With that, well, we can get this started. See how our brand new windrower does here. We'll get some width out of this. For sure. There we go. I thought I pushed the button. There we go. Well, that's a lot better than what we had when we did the cattle farm. That John Deere mower we had a working width of about 4.5 meters. I believe the working width of our folding mower up there is about 6.5 or so. And now we have, yeah, less runs up and down the field. Well, we'll have a lot of runs up and down the field because this field is obviously larger, but not bad. Having nice, neat windrows. And I wonder what the working speed of that other tractor is. His working speed is a lot higher than ours. Let's get going again here. So we can leave this guy to his own device. We can hire a worker for this. As much as I do like to do work myself, still got work to do at the cattle farm. Well, let's... Actually, you know, if I was to pick one or the other, I think I would rather mow than windrow. Mowing sounds like fun. Let's hop over here in this tractor and let's do some mowing. This guy's chugging right along. I'm not sure I can catch up to him. He's really hauling. We'll catch him on the next run. All right, let's do some mowing. Oh, and let's check on our silage production. There's always things to do. How was our silage production? Or, sorry, TMR. It's going to take a minute. Probably later in September. We have some we can give the cattle now, however, yeah. When we get done here, we don't have too terribly much to go. Once we get done here, we'll go check on the... or we'll give the cattle some of the what TMR we have. And of course also fill up their water. Now that we have a much larger tanker, that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, looks like we might want to back up some. We managed to hook it okay. Yeah, look at us hauling down this field, 14 miles an hour. Now we got not only do we have a lot of room down here to turn around, we have enough room that we could build something here if we were so inclined. And that's something good to look at for possible expansion here in Big Flats, Texas. We have room. Ha! I did it again. I raised the mower and didn't lower it. I always pause. Notice I always kind of like stop talking at the end of each row because I need to get the tool working, get my track set, get my cruise control on, and yeah, I neglected to set the mower back down. It's a good looking tractor. I don't ever want to get rid of this tractor. I want to keep this tractor. It's seen a little bit of use. Yeah, 12.3 hours of time on this tractor. I think that puts it at our most used vehicle. I was in the JCB earlier. I noticed it had like 10 hours on it. Our old Harvester that we sold last episode, it had around 12 hours, I think. The Harvester, when we sold it, I forget exactly. And once we get done with this field, of course, let's see. So I guess since we had even amounts of silage and hay, we'll alternate loads from this to silage and hay. Yeah, we don't need grass for anything. These cows are all about silage and TMR. Missed a little bit of grass there. That's okay. So yeah, we'll alternate loads, taking to the silage, the fermenter, and the TMR mixer. And that's where this is going to go. After this field is clear, then, well, next month harvest time is going to be sweet. A lot of work to do. It'll be a lot of fun. Harvesting our own field. We haven't harvested our own field since wheat earlier this year. Since I suppose that was back in, boy, I don't even know, June maybe. I thought about hiring a worker for this, but we don't have, we do have a third tractor. We do have a third tractor, but that would be the 9RX. So, I mean, we could hire a worker for this and then get the 9RX down here and really get to work on this. That is an option. I don't see why not. Why not get everything working down here that we can? So I'm going to set a worker back on this. Oh, and if you weren't here last episode, you should go back and watch it. It's pretty fun. We found a creative solution to the straw in the cattle pen. But if you weren't here, here is our new S790. We were able actually to save, as I said earlier, 50 grand over trading in the X9 for this, and it has a monster grain tank. Let's get our 9RX down there with the forage wagon. In the meantime, we can have a stop over at the cattle farm, or we got to anyway, to pick up the forage wagon. When we pick up the forage wagon, let's take what TMR we do have and feed it to our cattle, and maybe get them some more water. Well, they have enough water. There's only 12 cattle in there. They have enough. Oh, our cruise control is set way down. Let's fix that. All right. There we go. I went to put the cruise control on. It starts crawling at 6 miles an hour. Oh, yeah. This guy has been used as our harvest jockey pretty much exclusively. Well, to be fair, this is the only tractor we have that can, I think, that can handle the power that our grain cart requires. I think. The JCB might be able to, but now that I think about it, no, yeah, the JCB would handle it. But yeah, this is kind of the, but also you don't just need a lot of horsepower to operate that cart. You also need a lot of weight on the ground. When that cart gets full, it weighs near, well, itself. If that cart by itself full weighs in at around probably 125 tons by itself. We need the weight of this tractor. So Yeah, this is kind of the go-to for that. But regardless, this has pretty much just been a grain jockey the whole time. Oh, I forgot we do have another tractor, the Big Bud. But the Big Bud is kind of overkill. Yeah, so this has just been for that. We haven't really even done much work with this tractor. Again, other than just being a grain jockey. So let's get it over here and let's do some more things with it. Where, oh yeah, we parked it back over here. Oh, and while we're here, where's my wheel loader? Let's get the straw up that we pulled out of the cattle pen. And we got some in here. We need to move some of this stuff around. We can get to that. Let's get this up and put this in the mixer. Oh, may as well run a load of water. We'll get that water tank filling. So here's all the straw we pulled out. Yep, turns out straw in Big Flats, Texas, or cattle, rather, do not need straw for bedding. There we go. Nice and neat. Let's put this in the TMR silo. Oh, wow. This JCB is pretty big. Look at that. It actually compares to the 9RX, or rather, it doesn't look small next to it. Alright, I believe we're done with this for now. We can park it over here out of the way until it's needed again. Oh, as long as we have it right here, yes. Actually, yeah, we have some straw overflow from when we cut those bales. The straw just kind of went everywhere. Let's get this cleaned up. And definitely this, because we got to drive in and out of here to get the hay. There we go. We'll put this in the TMR mixer as well. I like this wheel loader. This guy, indispensable for this farm. It's going to take a minute to earn back the money that it cost. But yes, absolutely indispensable. Just park him right here. And let's get our water tank filling. Boy, if it's not one thing, it's another. Apparently I didn't get the water tank close enough. Let's get it closer here. Why won't it fill? It says it takes water to get water. Boy, we've had a lot of issues here on the cattle farm getting things to work right, and this is not what we need right now. Well, if this can't fill with water, then we can't use it. Right now, the cattle are going to have to deal with the water they have. That's too bad. It's frustrating sometimes when things don't work exactly like you expect them to do. So that trailer works fine for fertilizer, but not for water. Well, let's get the cattle fed, and then we'll get down there and start picking up grass. Wow, I've had a lot of things go kind of awry. Every map has a learning curve. Now, that wasn't the map, that was the tool, but really, am I too far? I don't need all this right now. Oh, no, I need to... did this last time. Yeah, every map has a learning curve. Okay, the loading point for this is inside there. And this, yeah, backing up a articulated tractor instead of a semi is a little more different. All right, and let's fill with TMR. What little we have, we'll feed to the cattle. That's all we've got for right now. Let's get this down here, and then we'll haul this straight to field 16. Whew. Can I fit this tractor down here? There we go. Feed the cattle. That's all we had. Let's see how that sets them. Let's see. Not much, but it's all we had to give them. And they'll certainly chew through that, pun intended. They'll certainly chew through all that, but we'll have more to give them. It depends on the ratio of how much more do we have to make. Quite a bit more. All right. Yeah. We'll be able to keep them happy this month. All right. So down to field 16. And start picking up our... Oh, looks like the tractor must have reached the end. We'll see once we get down there. It looks like one of the tractors is blocking the path of the other one, which can only mean one thing, most likely, and that's that they are finished. We'll see when we get down there. So it definitely took some figuring out, but I think we figured out what the Kyle need, and I'm sure it will be good for next month. No, they're not done. Then what did they collide with? It said one was blocked by an object, but I can't imagine what that could have been. He's just sitting out there. Well, let's work our way out to him and see if we can suss that out. Let's get our loading wagon unfolded. And let's start working down this row. Oh, he's not blocked by anything. And he must have been periodically, he must have been temporarily blocked by the other tractor. They must have had a small thing because, wait, what's he doing? These workers, you cannot, well, what is he even doing? He's already mowed here. This is what I'm talking about. Workers, never let them leave your sight. I was like, oh, he's not blocked, he's fine. All right, you mow here. Mow where the grass is. Regardless, we have plenty of grass to pick up. Wow, there's always interesting things happening in Texas. All right. Let's continue down with this. We do have some good windrows placed. The windrower was well worth the investment. We can easily turn in every other one of these. Hopefully with minimal trips to the farm. There is the matter of that. Might want to think about swapping this with the JCB. Well, we'll see how long this takes to fill. Well, you see, the JCB would be way better for hauling this to the farm, given the 20 mile an hour higher top speed. We simply need another narrow wheel tractor, not only to work with grass, but also so we can free up our big equipment. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled in the store. Maybe we'll see a discounted, I don't know, like a 6R or something like that would be good, or a 6 or 7R. Wow, 2 rows, and we've got over half a trailer. So yeah, we're going to want to switch this with the JCB. All that grass. I like how, yeah, I got all that grass gunk. We're going to have to wash all that off for sure. All right, let's swap these tractors out. Seems kind of silly to pull a windrower like that with a big tool like this, but we're short on tractor options right now. Ooh, it's like a football field out here. Nice and trimmed. How was he doing on the windrowing? Pretty good. We'll set the 9RX aside for now. Actually, you might have the John Deere do it. The John Deere is going to finish fertilizing here in a minute, so let's just park this. Let's park this in between the rows for right now. The John Deere could pick up windrowing when it's done mowing. this is going to be the better tractor for this job. There we go. Now let's see if we can sneak by the tractor here. And now I think it's just the forge wagon itself doesn't have that good a turning radius. There we go. Yeah, this thing will be full in no time. Yeah, on mower, he's about done in maybe 2 more rows. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 more rows, and then he can pick up the job of windrowing. Yeah, we're not even going to make it to the end of this row. All right, let's haul this back to the cattle farm. Yeah, this could use a longer hitch on it, the trailer that is. All right, so we got about 27 tons of grass here. Boy, that's a lot. Well, not really, because that counts the weight of the trailer too. And this will be a much quicker trip down to the cattle farm than with the 9RX. Once we get up to our top speed, yeah, can it pull 28 tons, 27 tons at 45 miles an hour? That is the question. So we're going to put this into the dryer first. So 1 load in the dryer, and then 1 load in the fermenter. We are done with this for now. We can get these closed up until we need to unload. Ah, yes, the water tank. We shall deal with that. I will find a replacement for that trailer. It says water, but it will not load from that water tower. Unfortunate. I've never seen that, honestly. Had problems loading other things, but overloading grass into the dryer, yes. So that should be cooking. Yep, it is going. All right, back to the grass field. Moo cows. I'll get you some friends soon, I promise. We'll get you some brown friends. And it couldn't hurt to get some dairy cows. I personally have never seen dairy cows out west, but we could mix it up with some dairy cows. Although this map may not be set up for it. Yeah, that's... Well, but then we can buy dairy cows. It's just I don't see a milk point over there. But we never know till we try. You're seeing my gameplay with this is my first time playing this map, and so I honestly, you already seen me mess up a lot of things. There's dairy cows that we can purchase. I'll have a look. Next time we go, I'll have a look. Do they produce, see, they may not produce slurry or anything on this either. Each map is going to be different. Yeah, see, they don't produce slurry or anything here. It's always different between maps. It does say milk, though. It says milk right there, to be fair, so... Yeah. That's interesting because this map comes with... Here's something that... Whoops. Big Flats, Texas comes with is a custom... Actually, you can find it down here. This map comes with a custom... right here, manure spreader. But the cows don't put up manure. But it comes with a manure spreader with a large capacity. But yet, cows don't produce manure. So then, like... Oh, you know what? It could be for pigs. That just occurred to me. It could be for pigs. Yeah, I was like, then why is there a custom manure spreader for this map, you know? That makes sense. How are we on the mowing? Looks like the last row. If pretty much the last row. Let's get this unfolded and start picking up some more grass. Let's clear out the area around the 9RX if we can get there. So let's actually stop this, turn this off. Okay, he's got one more row after this. Just do it ourselves because I don't want him to run up on the train track. Or, knock over that sign. Great job. That guy's fired. That guy is so fired. Let's back over this grass a little bit there. Alright. Yeah, left to his own devices, he might have run this onto the train track. There we go. And then we'll put this guy over on the windrower. Hire another worker, hopefully a more competent worker, to finish off windrowing for us. I'll make sure to get up. Yeah, we'll get up all the grass this month. And that will leave this field bare. This field, so then what to do with this field? I say we leave it for grass for now. Yeah, just leave it for grass. I don't see why not. I could hurry up and try to get winter wheat down here. But why bother? It's just the grass is going to regrow and we may not need grass right now, but we will need grass. Of course, we have the other field, but it doesn't produce much. So we'll leave this as a grass field, I think. So let's fold our mower up. Let's get it out by the road. Actually, we'll just leave it down here because the windrower is right here. And I'll just try to remember the mower's down here. Let's try to park it in a convenient spot out of the way between these rows here. You know, we're hiring workers to do a decent amount of work for us. But of course, there's so much work to be done. Not one person can do all of this. But to make it fair, if you think about it, we ourselves are taking on, every month we've been taking on at least one contract. So the way I see it, it's fair. I hire workers to do work for me, and then I do work for others. Cooperative farming and all that. Now we can continue with this. We got it running? I believe so. Yeah, we got it running. Alright, so I'm going to get the rest of this grass picked up. I think this is a good place to end the episode because, well, get this grass picked up. There's a few things I need to take care of. All of this work here and I'll find a solution to the cattle water trailer. And yeah, then we'll pick this back up in October for harvest time. I can't wait for harvest time. We would see our reap the rewards of massive soybean fields that we planted earlier this year. Chance to break out our new harvester. I'm really looking forward to that, of course. And everything will be a little more set with the cattle. So let me get started on another row here. All right, so that's it for today's episode. I'm going to finish all of this up, get everything squared away, the grass down there, everything cooking for the cattle, bring you guys back up to date in October, and we'll start our soybean harvest. I can't wait to, I can't tell you how much I can't wait to break out our new S790 out on the field and see what that thing can do. Guys, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching this episode, and tell me what you think in the comments below. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to follow along with more episodes of Big Flats, Texas. Also, of course, other things on the channel. By now, you would have seen American Truck Simulator episodes. I hope you're enjoying those, and tell me what we can do with that. I always like to hear back from you guys. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next episode.